In this episode, Matty and Olympia tackle a very human but legally risky case. A group of nuns who run a convent are facing a backlash after allowing drug addicts to shoot on their premises in a bid to reduce harm. This series takes this subject surprisingly seriously. While it doesn't sensationalize addiction, it also doesn't shy away from its messy reality, making harm reduction one of Matlock's most moving watches to date. Matty is particularly excited about this case because of her background. The nun's approach to addiction reflects her own troubled past, and she must confront her own grief in court. The tension of her inner conflict is palpable, and Bates gives a raw, grounded performance as she attempts to reconcile her urge to improve with the recognition that the right response is simply to minimize the damage rather than eliminate all risk. Meanwhile, Olympia and Matty's relationship continues to be tested. Their friendship has been strained all season, and in this episode they begin to question what loyalty really is. Olympia's mental strength clashes with Matty's pragmatism, and by the end of the case they take significant steps to rebuild trust, but it's not something that can be easily resolved, and the show wisely respects that. On the strong side, Olympia suggests that Sarah is involved in clandestine activities and hints at an internal conspiracy that could destabilize Jacobson more. The show balances external legal drama with internal power struggles, highlighting how professional ambitions and personal ethics often collide. This subplot adds another layer of complexity. The conflict is not just about nuns or addiction, it's also about how far people are willing to go in their quest for influence. Julian is also portrayed in a more vulnerable position in this episode. Although he is recovering physically, he continues to suffer mentally as he deals with the effects of strained relationships at work. Sarah's interactions with him take on a more complex tone. She wants to help him, but is also willing to betray him for the good of the company, raising thorny questions about loyalty, ambition, and manipulation. One of the strengths of this episode is its packing, with time jumps of several weeks between scenes that allow the story to breathe. Some critics have noted that this makes the coup plot less relevant, but in this case, the technique allows the series to realistically depict how long and difficult this moral reckoning will be. The writing here is particularly shocking. He avoids the simple stereotype that addiction cannot be cured and that forgiveness does not come freely. Instead, a nuanced conversation takes place about what harm reduction means from a legal and personal perspective. Most of the most powerful moments happen quietly. In the car, in court, during confession, not loud speeches, but small, meaningful confessions. Overall, harm reduction stands out as a highlight of Matlock's second season. It deftly interweaves issues of the week with long-term character arcs, especially the difficult but loving relationship between Matty and Olympia. This episode doesn't offer easy moral answers, but that's why it resonates. This episode recognizes that healing is complicated, relationships are complicated, and that sometimes doing the worst thing is still the brave thing to do.